Hello, welcome back to Civilization 6. I'm going to attempt to beat Civilization 6 and complete the science victory on DEITY in under 100 turns. No, I didn't say 200 turns, I said 100 turns on standard speed on DEITY. Completing the space race in under 200 turns is usually considered an accomplishment, but 100 turns? By God, that's a miracle, brother. In order to do this, I'll need a few things to go my way. An incredible start, a great tech tree, first meets on some city-states, taking cities, getting a lot of gold, buying spaceports with Roger, divine moksha, chopping out spaceport. So let me guess. Babylon? Wrong. Herald. Most science speedrun games require you to take cities and gift them back and retake them late in the game so you can pillage with depredation promoted cavalry to get there, but with Herald, let's just find out. But before we go, I know what you're thinking. Yes, Boes, he's back. I'm back. Let's go. And if you're not subscribed, hey, click the button, subscribe button, click the bell, you know? I know you guys like to watch the videos, and when I upload another one, you'll get notified, so please subscribe. Okay, thank you. Goodbye. The capital is settled, and as stated, this is the incredible wonder start that I will need in order to complete this challenge. And since we've had some incredible news recently, it's Red Velvet Comeback Summer. There's a specific route I'm going this early game: animal husbandry, mining, pottery, and straight into sailing, so I can get the Viking longships, boats that can coastal raid and pillage, and they'll be able to cross the deep ocean once I research shipbuilding thanks to Norway. We also get a governor title since we found the wonder with secret societies, which will go into Vatican City that we just found. The early game is honestly pretty straightforward. No God King because I get faith from the Vatican City first meet, go for tribal villages, and some civic queuing going into recorded history for Great Library and military training for raid. That brings me back to what I meant earlier with you'll see when we get there. With Herald, you get Thunderbolt of the North, an ability that gives you yields from pillaging, so instead of just getting gold from pillages, you get science from pillaging mines, and culture and faith from pillaging quarries, pastures, plantations, and camps. This means that instead of having to wait to get to a point where I have to pillage campuses multiple times late in the game, we get to pillage everything, all the time, everywhere. That tribal village gives me state workforce. And there's another tribal village after becoming the suzerain of Vatican City since Amani is established, which I will grab once I levy the troops. Now let me fill you in on a little secret. This isn't my first time playing this map. Shocking, I know. But after playing through this many starts, I realized this map had the potential to be the actual run. However, this is the first time getting this little guy.
Oh, I deserve this. 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 I deserve this.
This is a real behind the scenes look of how long sometimes these runs can take. And I mean, this is just, it's luck, but this is 60 hours into this run. An injured scout finds me, so I chase it to find, hey, another first meet, but this time with Kagwana. We have horses in my capital after finishing animal husbandry, and end up finding that injured scout, which, hey, led me straight to another tribal village. 40 gold, hey, I will take that. With that relic from before, I'm able to get a settler from religious settlements, so that way I don't have to wait another 15 turns for a settler. Pretty nice. And with that 40 gold from the tribal village in hand, I'm able to levy Vatican City and find my first victim.
Hey, it's time for one of our favorite games on the show called What If It Was Purple? Up first, we have
Sunduk! Oh my God, Korea, what happened to your hair? Oh yeah, that's right. I forgot. I had all my settings set to low as possible from doing my 80% speed run. Let's do a little pinning here to show the kind of the vision of what I need. I need a city to chop horses out of, a city to get a campus next to a mountain, as well as a few spaceport cities. Like I said, I've played this map before, so I know a good location for a couple space shop cities. Another key to winning this game in under 100 turns is boosts. I already have a ton of boosts so far with sailing, astrology, irrigation, and writing. Boosting allows you to gain 40% of the science and or culture required to complete that tech or civic, which allows you to breeze through the tech tree at will. Let's queue up a few more techs after this. I'll go bronze working, I'll go horses, riding, and then shipbuilding next so I can cross the ocean. I was so focused on Korea, I almost forgot about this tribal village that was next to the Vatican City. Hey, extra envoy, let's use Kagwana with that. Land Surveyors is going to be in my policy slots for basically the entire game. Reducing that purchasing cost of a tile by 20% saves me so much gold throughout this entire run, especially in this early game. And because of that, I'm able to buy the horse tile ASAP, and we can get horses once my builder gets over there. Another boost. The wheel this time, and that Mercury goes straight to Korea for, well, reasons, I guess. Agree. Oh my god. Tim Allen looking ass from the Santa Claus. Yeah, sure, buddy. Oh. And I mean, thank you for your city, I guess. Here, take my Diplo favor. Just leave it. Take my Diplo favor. Killing this camp gives me the military tradition boost, which means maneuver comes faster. 말끔은 걸어줬어요. 조절 컴pon종이었어요. Alright, there's horses. That means craftsmanship is boosted as well as horseback riding. Levic iguana. And what did Sunduk, what did I just tell you? What? Oh, there's a free builder. 하나, 둘, 셋. 감사합니다. Thank you for your city. This is going to be what I call Flip 1. Now, you might be going, why is it called Flip 1? Hello, Jay, you nerd. Sorry, I take it back. And here is the strategy of this entire game. Taking cities away from civs, building tile improvements, letting the city flip, pillaging those tile improvements to get the science and culture from them. As you see, I finished sailing here, and then letting that flip to do it all over again, and again, and again, and again, and again, until we win the game. Let me take up my queue, or take a look at my queue really quickly. Okay, settler, then 2 boats, then a trader. Seems good. Flip city 1, flips again. The pillages give me bronze working and political philosophy, in which I take oligarchy to negate the deity combat advantage. This game is going to take a lot of micromanaging, if you couldn't tell already. A lot of taking cities, putting things in the queue, repairing the tiles, moving units around. It's going to be a lot. I bought an extra builder in Flip 1 with the gold from all the pillages. That way we can get more mines for more pillages. All right, there's a free settler right there. I'm not declaring war yet, because if I declare war, my scout might live, but I'll probably die because he probably has more units. So we're gonna wait a turn here. Let's quick save. This is a theme for this game. A lot of quick saving, a lot of reloading the previous turns. So let's see what we can do here. You were right. You're right. Right. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it, Greece. Okay, not only are we getting a builder, we're also getting a settler on this same exact turn. Honestly, that was probably the nicest thing he's ever done for me. Ever. All right, I think we can make peace here with Korea. We might as well. We can't. Okay, perfect. How much gold can I get here? 100. Hold on, let me check my notes. Okay, 101 gold. I think it's 101. So let's get 101 gold here. It's just perfect. It's just perfect. Yeah, we'll buy the iron tile so we can get the iron working boost. Oh, would you look at that? Jay decided so graciously to gift me Flip City 3. So, we know who's coming next. Some more pillages. There's archery done. Let's flip the city. And then getting that iron mine boosts iron working as well as apprenticeship, because that's my 3rd mine in this game. Now, I'm not going to go through every single save scum this game because, well, there's a lot. I'm not a smart man. But here's a great example of a reload, because I thought I could take this city here with the being able to pillage at the same time and take it, but I couldn't. Remember, Boast, don't do the pillage. Just take the city.
Don't
just
say
take it.
swears.
Don't pillage. I know you're thinking about it. Okay, good. Just take it. Good job. There is Flip 2, another city down. And if you didn't realize it yet, I'm selling every single copy of luxury resources that I have, even the last ones, because 1, I need the gold, but more importantly, 2, I need as much unhappiness as possible in my empire so my cities can flip as fast as possible. Having a city take 2 turns to flip instead of 3 because of not having amenities means I get roughly 17 more pillage turns in a 100 turn span. So since it's on turn 30-ish, we get about 10 extra city pillages, which is honestly quite a bit. Also, let's grab another builder in the city too.
Oh, brother, this guy stinks!
games and rec done from the quarry pillage right here. Honestly, I'm just gonna buy a spearman in this city. I need to be able to take it back on the next turn, so let's just get one in here. Plus, it'll help us with boosts later on. Look at that. All right, there's our first boat. Horseback riding is out. That means I can actually settle the campus city now too, but now we can start chalking out horses. Pillaging this mine gives me riding. You know, let's actually buy another warrior in here. Okay, well, there's the military tactics boost. I was going to get it by taking the city, but that works either way. We killed the barb with the spearman, and that's the boost needed for getting berserkers, and they're going to be probably one of the most important units in the entire game. All right, let's take this back. Should be able to on this turn. Oh, God, okay. Hopefully I don't lose that guy. All right, I'm going to put the campus down in this city. I should have locked in that district right when I unlocked riding, but that's okay. This is where I'm going to get Ursa Ryan's favorite wonder of all time that he has no ill will towards and just absolutely would love visiting every single day of the week. That's Oxford University. The best wonder for him specifically. Shipbuilding is now boosted. The second boat is out. That means we'll get it probably in the next 2 turns. And the next turn rollover gives me military training and probably one of the most important cards this entire game, aside from Total War, which we'll get into. This is Raid. Raid boosts the yields gained from pillaging plus 50%, which means I'm gaining, at this point, over 50 science per mine pillage as Herald, which is, in the early game, is insane. That also gives Equestrian Orders, which gives 1 extra iron and horse accumulation per turn, and Maneuver, that's going to go in because I'm going to start chopping out an entire horse with a single chop. There's the first horse chopped. And here's a fantastic example of how powerful Raid plus Herald plus boosting can be. These are all boosted, so I get shipbuilding done in 1 turn, masonry done in 1 turn, and the wheel done in 1 turn. 3 techs in 1 turn before the ancient era is even finished. All right, let's buy another builder here and flip 2. I should have enough money, but I got to make sure to save enough because Vatican City needs to be relevied in a couple turns. Well, my plans are being foiled a little bit here. I was hoping to delay ironworking, but Jay's starting to build walls in my flip 3 city, and I don't know if I'll be able to get 2 to 3 horses out in time for that, so yeah, I think we need to get swordsmen and then buy a battering ram. And now that shipbuilding is done, I get the ability with Herald to cross deep oceans after its research, so I can start sending and going to the east. Now, I know there's a tribal village up here, so we're gonna go grab that, but that's 2 scary boats. We should be fine, but yeah, now I don't have to wait for cartography. We can go west. Okay, yeah, sure. I don't need to be at war with you anymore, Tim Allen. Let's just give me some gold. Also, that way I can sell you Diplo favor. Okay, this pillage gives me astrology, as well as the second horse is chopped plus Unk. Oh, okay, they flipped. Yep, okay, let's relevy Vatican City. I saved enough gold for this, so that's completely fine. Yeah, take all this Diplo and love me again. All right. I did state I need to buy a battering ram. I have a ton of gold now, so let's buy a battering ram in here. And honestly, let's get a heavy chariot. I'm going to need a knight so I can get a boost later too. What do we get? What do we get? What do we get? Oh my God. Okay. All right. That's a pretty fantastic boot. 2 boosts. Okay. That means I don't have to spend time to build or chop out walls for engineering boost, as well as, I mean, the trade route was going to happen either way, but I don't have to get a trade route either. That's nice. 2 free boosts. That's probably one of the best things I could have gotten. Hey, classical era time. I wonder what I'm going to choose in the classical era. Big surprise. You guessed it. Monumentality. All right, we're about to finish recorded history, so let me queue up some civics really quickly. I need to go into mercenaries because we need to do the cheaper arena upgrades, especially once we get to berserkers. And then divine right so we can get monarchy. That'll help us boost castles. And here we go. Let's start flying. Recorded history done. There's celestial navigation. I mean, let's just take back the city too. We're just gonna start zooming pretty fast. Oh, ironworking is done with the turn rollover. So now I need to queue up a few more techs. So engineering, let's finish currency as well. Oh, I need to get irrigation. Yeah, let's grab those and then do some pillages. I legitimately almost forgot about monumentality. So let's do the great builder buying of 2026. All right, upgrade this guy to a swordsman. Anytime that I do upgrades, I'm going to try and keep it only on my units instead of the levied units. Obviously, that's not going to be possible every single time, but whenever the levied units flip back, it just makes it more expensive whenever they're upgraded. So we'll try and keep it with mine. And plus, that means when they do flip back, I could still take cities with my own units. Oh, another tribal. I hope we get something dope and swaggy. There's engineering done on the turn rollover. Give me something delicious. Give me something good. Oh, once again, another. That's great. Construction boost with the tribal village. That also now means I don't need to build a water mill. That's fantastic. The third and final horse is to be chopped now. Second continent. We found Pio and that is a cultural city-state. I'm gonna guess it is Kumasi. That is wrong. It is Nanmadol. Nanmadol is actually a great city-state to have this game. Well, not really. I'm not really building districts on the coast, so never mind. Jay, just like your neighbors, like, don't worry about it, okay? Okay, there's irrigation on the turn rollover. Oh, Nanmadol is used. Oh my God! What the? Pillage. Currency is done. Let's pillage again. You know, feudalism is actually done enough to be boosted. So that means I'm going to switch to civil service here since I can get feudalism by building a few more farms. And this settler, this is the one that I stole from Greece. This is turning into my government plaza city. We'll go ahead and put down the government plaza and then we'll chop out all of the government plaza buildings in here, including the Royal Society. That's the most important one. All right. Why can't I pillage? Oh, it's because I just moved them onto that tile. Okay, pillage. There's construction. And then we'll just take the city back. Easy clap. Yep. Oh, God. So stupid. I'm such a... Okay, I know I said I wouldn't show all the reloads, but I mean, come on. I just gifted Korea Packer City, okay? Come on. All right, let's redo everything. Terrifying Wilhelmina again. Well, there's defensive tactics. That also gives me the second promo for Reina. I've already gotten Reina, but I had forgot to show it. I'm getting Reina specifically so I can get Contractor. That is going to allow me to buy spaceports, well, and districts too, but mostly spaceports with gold. Most of this game is just me going, job's done, over and over again when I pillage and finish a tech. Like, there's currency, there's construction. That also means I don't need maneuver anymore, actually, since I'm not chopping out horses. And well, we'll put Diplo League back in because I'll be finding new city-states on that second continent. Swapping feudalism back to civil service again. I almost forgot. I think I actually just wasted a little bit of culture, but I'm not gonna reload. I'm not gonna do it. Also, hey Jay, guess what? I lied. Another pillage gives me mathematics. Then we'll place down a couple more farms so we can get feudalism here. Oh, okay. Mexico City is unsused, so they'll be mine. Maybe use them to go after the Netherlands. They are kind of far away, but maybe. We'll see. Oh. Yongle. Hello, brother. Alongside needing my flip cities to be strictly unhappy, I also need them to be pop 1 as much as possible. You see, I chop out a rainforest here so I could build a mine, but now it means I'm at pop 2. So I just use faith to buy settlers to bring the pop back down. I will use these settlers for spaceport cities, but in some other cities, I might just have to straight up delete the settlers because, well, I don't need it. I don't know. Lumber mill for another boost that creates the mass production boost. And okay, there's no way I'm getting that tribal village, right? Yeah, just let Yongla have it. Okay, this is, I'm not even joking. I had to reload like 4 times here because I kept forgetting to put serfdom in, and I just bought a bunch of builders without serfdom. Like, I promise I won't forget. Okay, that also boosts stirrups as well. Stirrups requires feudalism civic. There's the mass production boost. And then we'll switch back to mercenaries since feudalism is done.
I need mercenaries more than civil service right now.
Oh, Auckland. Okay. That'll be a Suze in the future once I have enough envoys. Hopefully we'll use them to kill another civ. There's no, okay, well, he didn't take the tribal, so, I mean, whatever. +1 pop? Sick. Oh. Hello, Flip 4. I mean, Jeonju. That's nice. So nice of Korea to settle my 4th city for me. Machinery is boostable from the pillages. So we'll switch this off and buy the final archer in order to complete machinery. Honestly, I don't want industrialization or berserkers yet. So let's go into military engineering and get them to be boosted. I will have to get them at some point, but I want to delay as much as possible. It's her. All right, with Magnus established in here, let's go ahead and start chopping out this campus. I need to get the Great Library because there are 2 great scientists coming up that I can get boosts for, which if you did not know, the Great Library gives you a boost whenever another player takes a great scientist. Let's get Auckland. And who? Oh, well, hello, Sweden. Okay. I do have to go into Berserkers now. That's unfortunate. Sweden has walls, and just upgrading straight to swordsman is not going to be able to cut it without a battering ram. So Berserkers can take it with, basically up to medieval walls. So let's go into them. Turn 53. The 3rd flip city is here. You might be going, Bose, it's turn 53. You have less than 50 turns to go, and you're not even halfway through the tree. And I was like, oh, sweet summer child. You do not know how fast I can fly. All right, I'm gonna get open borders here with Pericles. You might be wondering why, and it's because there's a little settler boy walking around the border. So if he wants to settle another flip city for me, I'm not gonna say no. I'll even pay him to do it. Campus is chopped. Library is purchased. Great Library on the way. All right, I need another envoy for Mexico City. I am gonna get one with mercenaries here. And I haven't built Kilwa Kisawani yet, so... okay, they just want a quadrireme, so I'm just gonna straight up gold buy a quadrireme here. Pillage. That should be... Yep, okay. There's military tactics, so that means now I can get berserkers. There's mercenaries, and now I can put in retinues and professional armies, and now there's gonna be... That means it's only gonna cost 5 iron to upgrade to berserkers. Very, very cheap as well, and we'll be marching towards Sweden. ASAP. There's a lot of big mental challenges, but one of the big mental challenges of this game is swapping in between technologies so I don't overpillage and waste science and or culture past their boost points. I pillage up to the boost point of military engineering, and then now I'm swapping to castles so I can boost that I'll be able to boost military engineering by building an aqueduct, and I can boost this by getting monarchy. But as you can see here, you go really, really fast. Look, it's already boosted. So now we're just going to switch to buttress, which that's boosted by building a classical era wonder, which we'll get with the Great Library. As stated before, here goes professional army as well as retinues for the cheap unit upgrades, as well as corvée for the Great Library. I don't need Diplo League right now. I'll be fine with the suzerain of Mexico City and Sweden here in a second. Sweden, don't ask what these bearded men are for. They have battle axes. Don't worry, they're fine. I like chopping wood. That's all they're for. I swear. Same thing as before. We just pillaged, moving off of buttress so I don't over boost and waste science. And let's go back to machinery by buying my 3rd archer. Now, you might be going, didn't you already do that? Yes, actually I did. I did it like 4 times, and I reloaded 4 times because I'm an idiot. A quick example of the save scummery, if that's a word I'm doing. A little quick save to be like, can I pillage and take the city at the same time? The answer is yes, I am. But I just wanted to make sure. It sounds really silly, but especially in these super tight games like the Sub 100, trying to get Sub 100 is hard enough as it is, but I really cannot waste any turns. I can't waste any pillages. I can't waste any movement. There's been so many times where I've just misclicked, like you saw with the Korea gifting the city back to Sunduk, and you can't waste any movement or any pillages because it's every single pillage, every single movement, every single choice is super important in these. Such as, like this right here, chopping out, making sure the city doesn't flip. Like, there's just so many things that are really important. And I'm sitting here kicking myself being like, Well, I need that gold to buy things. I shouldn't have chopped it yet, and now it's pop 2, and now it's going to take 3 turns to flip instead of, you know, it's just tons of stuff like that. It's a lot of micromanaging and paying attention to the little things. This is about the time I'm going to start getting districts for boosts. I put down Kilwakasawani, but I'm waiting. We'll put down the encampment. I'm going to need that for the armory to boost, as well as increasing my strategic resource limit once I get all of the buildings later on. I also need military engineers so I can get railroads, but that's less important. The first wonder of the game, Great Library. I'm only going to get 2 or 3 wonders here, but this will complete Buttress, and it'll also give a couple boosts in a few turns as those great scientists are getting ready to pop, and I'm going to pass on them and let the AI take them. I'm just going to straight gold buy a Berserker here. I need to take Jeonju. We're getting to that point where I need to have at least 4 cities at this point, and that's coming up fast. Oh, we got a boost. There is the first trigger of our Great Library perk. Someone took a Great Scientist. And hey, that gives me that gives me the education boost. That's fantastic because now I don't need to boost education because in order to do that, you have to gain a Great Scientist, and now I don't have to. So we can take Corvée out, put Land Surveyors back in so we can buy tiles cheaply. This is going pretty well this time. Let's get the pillage done. There's apprenticeship out, another pillage, that's theology. That extra envoy is going to Mexico City, which should soothe them. We'll take the city back. Like I said, Land Surveyors is back in, so let's buy a bunch more tiles. And all of these tiles are hills, which are going to give me a ton more mines of pillage, which means a lot more science in the long run. This final pillage in flip 3 gives me education as well, which means I can swap to stirrups and mass production since they were, well, both already boosted. I have a lot of gold, and so I'm just going to buy these tiles here. I don't want neither Jay or Korea to take them, and I need as many pillages as I can get. Yeah, I'm sorry, Sweden. I lied. Big sorry. Oh, we got some big pillages here in flip 1. I can't wait. We still have a couple more mines to get, but these pillage cities are gonna get so large. So many pillage tiles. It's just so satisfying to see all those numbers go up. That'll complete stirrups. Cleo, no. I have such a big army. Why? Oh, we took J City. I think we should be able to either this turn or the next turn I can make peace. Let's check. Okay, good. Let's make peace here. Return 1, 2, up 1. Okay, perfect. All right, that's perfect. Trying to maximize as much as I can here. Sorry for the min-maxing. I honestly, I was gonna wait till that boost through Divine Right, but I really need builders right now. I need a lot more builders, and I have just a ton of gold, so we'll just unlock it. We'll put serfdom back in, and then we'll buy a ton of builders in every single city because I need 1 to chop a couple things, and 2, I just need to pillage and repair and create a ton of mines. Also, you're probably wondering, but you have builders right there. They have a charge, and I'm actually specifically saving these builders for spaceport chops later on. I need them to be able to I need to have as many builders as possible to chop as many projects as possible. So I am saving those specifically for my spaceports. Oh, another great library. Oh, okay. I get castles before getting Divine Right. You know, I wish it would have been another one, but I'll take it. Free boost is whatever. And it's rocks in my path.
Rocks in my path. Rocks in my path.
Lund is now my city, aka Flip 4. And Sweden even said, oh my goodness. Sweden, you settled another city for me. Thank you so much. Another pillage that gives me mass production.
People can have the mod.
And then a chop in the Great Library City finishes military engineering from getting that aqueduct, which also means now I can get niter as well as trebuchets. And with all that extra gold that I have, I'm just going to levy Mexico City. We'll turn them into berserkers. Well, oh yeah, we'll go after the Netherlands city here. And then either Yongla or Cleo. I guess we'll see. Oh, this is, like I said, this is when it starts to get really fun. Big pillages here in flip 1. All right. Can I finish Divine Right? I think so. I have two pillages here. Okay, it's pretty close. But, oh, never mind. I flipped 2 also flipped. Yeah, there we go. There's Divine Right. It would have been exciting. It would have boosted castles, but I already got it from the Great Library perk. But we'll take Monarchy here. Let's see. Diplo League, we'll just keep that in. I guess Land Surveyors, I'm not building any wonders yet. Yeah, everything else looks fine. Let's do some Giga pillages here. And that also should boost military science when I kill this city with a knight. With castles finished, let's start upgrading. Oh my god, we're getting coursers. It's turn 61 and we're already getting coursers. let's do some pillages here. There's cartography. And banking is pillaged up enough to be boosted, so we'll swap off. Okay, sorry, Sunduk. What do you mean? I thought you would understand. I sent you an email. Yeah. The email. 대단히 조성합니다. Just kidding. I don't care. Die. Jay, buddy. How have you not taken this tribal village? It's literally 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 tiles away from your... Oh my god. Oh, this is perfect. All right, naval tradition is finished from the quadrireme kill. I knew it was smart to buy that quadrireme. While I'm here, I'm gonna gold buy Shang. Not only can I utilize him for districts later on, but I would like Emotep for Maz. And oh, hey, would you look at that? Emotep. The last time I played on this map, I didn't even get Emotep. It went straight to Isidore and we skipped him and it was really depressing. Buying 2 crossbows here means that metal casting gets boosted. Oh, see, that's what I'm talking about, baby. I knew you'd come around. You're right, I am. I certainly am one of them. Another flip city. That is going to be flip city number 4. Okay, I know I'm putting 4 here. I'm switching the other ones on the other continent. This is flip city 4 because it's my main continent. The second continent is flip city 5 and above, okay? It works in my brain. Don't worry about it. It's fine. Wilhelmina, like, honestly, I'll be straight up honest. You terrify me, but I need this city, so it's... Oh my god. I need to put the graphics up after this. This is scary. All right, here we go. Oh my god, look at these. Big old pillages in flip 1 and 2. I think we finished guilds here. Oh, we do. Perfect. That finishes the banking boost. That means we complete it. This governor title promotion also means Reina now gets contractor, so I can buy districts with gold. Blah. This is why sometimes I do the voiceover after and not during. So now I can buy districts with golds in the cities that she's stationed in. That'll be nice. Some of them will get chopping, hard building, but a lot of the ones, especially in the horse chop city, I will straight up gold buy them in there. Pillage. Okay. Printing is boostable now. I almost wasted a pillage. So let's move over to square rigging. All right, there's the university next to a mountain. That finishes astronomy. Once you get astronomy, it boosts colonialism. I mean, you could, like I said, everything is tied together. This is kind of how the Babylon games work, but you could really start to see how quickly things are advancing now. These pillages are tying together, giving me so much science and culture, a ton of golden faith to start buying things, like just straight up gold buying universities. We'll start gold buying districts. And oh, speaking of a lot of gold, let's buy our boy. Emotep. Emotep. Oh, that's a great sound to hear. Another great scientist was taken. We got another boost, and that boost finishes printing.
The pen might not be.
And it's so funny. We're doing so many things here. Hold on, let me tech up to scientific theory. That we also circumnavigated, but I'm going so far over the golden age that it doesn't even matter. It's so funny. It's not golden ages aren't even a priority here. I mean, they are. I need to faith buy builders, but still, it's just really funny. I'm guaranteed to get them this entire game. Another mental thing here that I'd mentioned, I had talked about not over boosting. There's also going to be a bunch of cities that share tiles with each other. And so I'll have to make sure I swap tiles back and forth. Like, for example, here, this city is going to flip before the other one. So we need to swap them over, make sure I build mines, things like that in there, pillage in them. And then when that city's taken back, you swap the tiles back to the other city, repair them. Like there's a lot of micromanagement that goes here. And oh my gosh, I didn't even realize that this was, at least the fire stopped. That's all that matters. We could take it right here. Flip city number 6. Turn 65, 6 cities flipped. Realistically, I think I only need about 3 more cities. I would like 10 total, but I think between 7 and 9 is close enough. The closest I've gotten so far is turn 102, and that was with 8 cities, but it was also a couple cities that, like, for example, Jeonju was settled at like a couple tiles to the left, which gave me 4 to 5 more mines. There was also a better Sweden settle as well. So it just depends on how the AI settles cities. So I might need a couple more because we just don't have as many boosts as I've had in the previous games. But we'll see. Time will tell. I'm so sorry, Cleo. I was going after Yongla, but I'll use non-Madal for Yonglo. It's time to go after you. We got some big pillages here. Oh, kind of. Pillages in 3 and 4. Okay, there's square rigging to be boosted. Let's switch to siege tactics. I'll have to buy a couple trebuchets now. Oh my, okay, well, probably gonna have to save scum here because it's gonna get stolen. Oh, wouldn't you know? Back to my regularly scheduled programming. Save scumming because I just lost not that settler, but Sweden also stole a second settler, which is really unfortunate. Oh, all right, let's reload. Reload's over. Let's pillage these pastures. There's medieval fairs, and then this time instead of Reina, we're gonna get Moksha's promotions. We need to get down to Divine Architect. It's the same thing as Reina, except now we can buy. Well, we'll be able to buy districts with faith instead of gold. Pillaging here. Let's get the. All right, there's siege tactics. Now we can swap over to scientific theory, and we'll just do the same thing as all the other ones. You know, pillage, boost, swap. You guys know the deal. You guys got it now. My encampment's done. Let's buy an armory. Well, I mean, we'll buy the barracks, then we'll buy the armory. That finishes gunpowder. We'll buy 2 trebuchets to finish siege tactics. And let's see. Let's go to... I guess we'll just go to military science and ballistics at this point. Big pillages in flip 1. There's metal casting. What? Why would you do this? This is what I mean. Sometimes the AI just, I don't know, they just settle these whack-ass cities. Like in the previous one, she didn't settle a city here, but now she said, okay, well, we'll have to kill the city. It's stealing tiles away from my spaceport chops, so it is what it is. We're at that time. Let's put in Gothic architecture. Mausoleum and Kilwa Kisawani are going to go, well, I mean, we're going to build them. They're not going to go, you know what I mean. Okay, I'm going to get this guy into a musket man. I've had trouble taking Dutch cities at this point because they usually get medieval walls. So let's get him to a musket man. Plus that'll give me the musket man kill boost. So, oh, okay. Well, that finishes square rigging because a Dutch unit just ran into my musket man and died. So thank you. Buy the industrial zone inside the horse chop city with Reina. And then once mods is done, I'll use buy-staying charges inside the city again to get a couple more districts, and I can just straight gold buy them with Reina as well before moving her. Okay. Yep, let's just make peace. No need to be a war with Sweden. Her city flipped to me, so I don't even have to go and take that second city. That's perfect timing. Pillages in flip 3. There's Diplo service, as well as military science.
However beautiful the
Well, unfortunately, I wanted Greece to settle an extra flip city, but this is taking tiles away from my spaceport city. So Pericles, again, buddy, be prepared to die.
Well, I guess you just have to be prepared to die.
A vast tomb lies over me at Halicarnassus. All right, there is 1 charge of Emotep done.
of such dimension.
And then we'll use this charge of Baisheng in here as stated. This is probably the hardest thing I've ever had to do in my life. Declaring war on Cleopatra. Okay, maybe getting my gallbladder removed was the hardest, or, you know, overcoming depression. Nah, this is harder. Okay, let's get a pillage. There we go. Flip 7. Thank you very much. And now ballistics is done, so we'll work on industrialization until it's boostable.
But we don't.
All right, these pillages, let's get it boostable. Okay, perfect. Let's swap to rifling. We'll attack the city first. We'll swap to rifling. And then I guess we'll upgrade all of our coursers to cavalry when I can. I mean, it's turn 70. We're already getting cavalry. Once we hit like turn 80 is when we're really going to turn on the jets, but we're starting to fly now. Swapping again to maximize pillages, the tiles that is. All right, and there's rifling. So let's recap really quickly. It's turn 70. I have 29 turns left until the end of the game, and I need not only to complete roughly 26-ish more technologies, I need to settle 4 to 5 spaceport cities, have enough time to buy the spaceport cities in the first city, and then move Reina and Moksha around to continue to buy cities, have enough aluminum fund my laser missions, then chop out my Lagrange missions, and they get, okay, got it. Seems easy enough. Okay, let's use Emotep here for Kilwa. We'll chop out the rest of it, and then we'll just use Isidore if she's up next for Oxford. Okay, I had to reload here, but because I messed up my pillage order. But we're back. Singapore is getting seized and levied. We're gonna help kill the barbs up there that keep stealing my settlers, because I've done it like literally 3 times now. All right, chop for the industrial zone. We'll finish that next turn, and then once that finishes, we'll buy the workshop so we can boost industrialization. I feel like it's about time we can start getting those later game techs that make the game harder. Give it a chop. Kilwa kiss your mommy with that mouse? When will I ever get new material? And with those envoys, that also means choosing non-Madal. We'll use those units to go after the Yongle city. And there's flip number 8 for me. It was nice because I didn't even have to declare war again. It just flipped to me, and now we have 2 flip cities down here. All right, let's buy a second siege cannon. That is the Scorched Earth boost. That's very important later on. Probably top 3 most important civics in this entire run. Once we get there, I'll explain. As stated before, let's give this a chop, and then we'll buy another district with Reina. That way we can get the broadcast center boosts, and we'll use another charge of Baisheng in here. That'll be for the aerodrome later on. Big challenges. I mean, big pillages. Okay, refining is up to be boosted, so we'll swap over to steel. I don't want to get steel. Steel is very tough to deal with. Gives you urban defenses. That's 400 defense strength, as well as walls. And we just wanted to get it to boostable. We don't want it. We don't want to get it. I don't want it. So once it's boostable, okay, yeah. Swap to steam power. Let's take Daegu. Do not give it back. You're going to raise it, Bose. Do not give it back. Okay, good. Good job. Everybody clap. We need to boost enlightenment. I need a 3rd great person. Let's just get something cheap. Okay, we can get a great admiral. That's really cheap. That's also going to give an envoy or 2. I'm pretty sure some city-states wanted some. So let's just go ahead and get it. Hey, look, I was right. Look at that. Yeah, it's turn 72. We're already at line infantry. We're going to need 3 in order to boost replaceable parts. Let's go ahead and just start upgrading a couple of these. At this point, too, we're also going to need a lot of units to get corps and armies for their respective boosts. And I actually ended up timing this pretty well here to have low resources. So I'm just going to buy heavy chariots. That's going to be really cheap. They're only 260 each. So it's a lot cheaper than having to go and buy like field cannons later on to upgrade them. So we'll do that. We'll put them all here and upgrade those into corps and armies when the time comes. Another flip city. That should be flip city number 9 here. And I think I'll make peace with Egypt after this because I have another Yongle city and another Dutch city to take. And that should be the last of them at this point. This is me realizing that I almost popped that great admiral, and that admiral gives me an ironclad. So if I popped it here, it would finish steel. And we don't want that. So we're just going to leave it there. But I have to remember to pop it when the time comes. So unfortunate timing for relevying Vatican City. I do have quite a bit of units that I can pillage and take the city back with, but that's going to be like a couple turns for moving them back onto those tiles. But at least here, that gives me enough pillages to finish steam power on the rollover. So I'm okay with that. It's not that awful. This is perfect timing. This is lining up really, really well. This pillage gives me the enlightenment, and scientific theory requires the enlightenment to get boosted. I thought I was going to have to work it all the way, but I got really lucky, saved a few turns here. And now I could also mean I can work on flight, and I don't have to go to steel. We can delay steel once more. In order to boost flight, I need to have an industrial era wonder or later, and I'm just going to I'm going to boost through it because I don't want to use Oxford for that boost. I need it for the last few techs that are, those techs that you can only boost through spies. So I don't want to waste the Oxford for that. And 2, or B, I don't want to waste money in production on getting I'll just hard boost it through pillaging. We're already a quarter of the way through, so might as well. There's a 3rd line infantry that boosts replaceable parts, and with that, we'll use those to take Yongle City. This is crazy. It's only been, like I said, we're really going to start speeding through it now. It's only been a couple of turns. It's turn 74. Mathematically, I need to settle spaceport cities every 5 turns from now in order to be able to buy spaceports for them, or at least, move my governors every 5 turns. So let's go ahead and settle the main spaceport city. We'll put Reina in there. And then pretty soon, probably in like 3 to 4 turns, we're going to finish rocketry. So it'll be right around that time we'll buy a spaceport. Okay, let's just buy a great merchant here. Get the mercantilism boost. It's pretty cheap. Honestly, I might be a moron. I'm not even joking. I knew there was a barb there. I reloaded multiple saves earlier because I moved that settler in the same exact location. And here, knowing all of this, I did it okay. I mean, I did it again. It's fine. I have the Singapore levy. we should probably be able to grab him. And if not, I can just... That's going to be like the second to last spaceport that I need, so we can just get another settler if the time comes. I'm just so annoyed with myself. I'm so stupid. I do need to get Divine Architect, but I am going to start chopping out government title buildings or government buildings those give you titles. So I'm grabbing Liang here. I need those extra builder charges so I can use the Royal Society builder charges into projects maximally. I think that's a word. You guys get what I'm saying. I'm not going to be getting pyramids, so let's just try to maximize as much as possible. Units are in position. Let's just go ahead and declare war. This city's going to be mine. I'm sorry, Yongla. A couple more pillages. This should finish flight.
If you can walk away from a landing.
The rocketry, yeah, it's just about here. Just a couple more techs to get there. There's radio. Now, I know I have some aluminum, but let's just see. I know I have one in Flip 1 because I've always had one in Flip 1 from the previous games. And then one in my main city. But do we have... I think we have a couple more. Hold on, let's line up. Let's get sanitation. Okay, and we'll go down to rocketry. Okay, we do. We have at least 2. I bet you it's those 2, but we'll probably have... Hopefully we have more. There's the nanotechnology boost. It's because we have an aluminum mine in Flip 1. I knew that already just from the previous playthroughs, but that's nice. More boost. I love boost. I love boosting. Can I say boost one more time? Boost. There's that final Baisheng charge. I forgot to do it from the previous reload, but this one will be for the aerodrome in this city. Yeah, let's go ahead and work it. It's only going to take a couple turns. I don't even need to boost it. We can chop it out. It's fine. Or not boost it, buy it with gold. So, oh my god, losing Kugwana here is so... that's so many units. This is what I mean. These little, just like little intricacies, little things like that is just... It's so annoying. I'll get them back in like a turn or two, but losing that levy really hurts. Pillage, there's mercantilism, and this should be... No, it's the second last city, but there's Flip 11. Thank you, Yongla. Hey, would you look at that? I rescued the settler. I'm not an idiot. Honestly, it's just, like I said, it's this run just takes a lot of mental fortitude. You just have to be paying attention, making sure you're not missing anything, and I kept forgetting, so that was a good example of that. All right, pillage. There we go. There's sanitation. No one saw that. Nope. No one saw me resave scum. No one saw me save scum and retake it. Nope. No one saw that. Can I take it here? Thank God. Okay, that's finally taking Utrecht. That is for sure the final city. I don't even know. Honestly, I don't even know if it's worth it. I mean, it will be worth it. We'll use it to get a couple boosts at the end and some gold, but let's just make peace. I'll pay her for peace. I don't care. There's no reason for us to be at war anymore. That took way too long. All right, 2 more turns later, I got a couple envoys. I guess that wasn't that bad. 2 turns is not that bad. There are a lot of units pretty far away, but you know, honestly, I guess that's like a 5-turn loss of pillages. So I guess maybe 2 turns of pillaging, maybe 1.5. I don't know, but it does suck. Big ol' pillages. Hey, there's nationalism. Economics is also done with this pillage here. That's pillage. Yep, there's replaceable parts. And now we can also boost yeah, there it is. Boost mobilization from getting all of these groups of chariots into core. Let's give it a pillage too. And there's chemistry. This is really starting to show how powerful this Flip City pillaging is with Herald. Like how quickly you can just speed run through this game. All right, Greece. It's got to happen. I'm sorry. I got to kill roads. It looks like all roads don't lead to Rome. Don't lead to Greece. I don't know. All right, rocketry is on the way. I want to save Scorched Earth here until the Giga Cities flip. I know it says 1 more turn, but we're going to wait until then, so. Colonialism. Okay. There's opera and ballet boost from buying the museum, and then 1 broadcast center down. Okay, yes, I had to reload. Don't worry about it. Killing roads again. This time I won't make a dumb joke, okay? I swear. I always love the late game tribal villages. I mean, I know it's not actually late game. It's late game for me, this one, but turn 80. Like, I just love when they're just super late. And now we're going to start, let's just start settling the rest of the spaceport cities. Once I get rocketry, I'll buy them in that city and swap over to these cities immediately. So we can start settling all of them now. Okay, finally. All right. This is the real reason why I was waiting for Scorched Earth and not getting it sooner. Let's go ahead and pillage it. Now we have Total War. When you unlock a civic in the middle of the turn via boosting or pillaging, what have you, the policy card that becomes obsolete from that advancement will actually still be in there in the same turn and disappearing. So in this example, we get the Total War card, which is Raid. It's the replacement for Raid. So you still get the pillages, but it also adds trade route to the pillages. However, because I got it within the turn from pillaging, I can slot both Total War and Raid in my government and utilize the yields from both cards, effectively getting 100% yields from pillaging and raiding. The same goes with Expropriation and Land Surveyors, which I'll be able to slot in here, be able to buy tons of tiles cheaply in the same turn. So once the turn ends, however, the old cards become obsolete and they disappear. They go by forever. This also comes to effect with Serfdom and Public Works later on. So I'll be able to get 7 charge builders with Liang by putting both Public Works and Serfdom in at the same time. I timed this specifically to finish when all of my big pillage flip cities are ready. And now we get to do this. There goes rocketry.
Rocket science has been
Civil engineering done, which gives Divine Architect for Moksha. Advanced flight is done. Satellites is boosted. Natural history is boosted. Let's buy 2 broadcast centers here. There's satellites done.
right now. There are 31.
Oh, actually, let's swap to electricity so I don't accidentally finish steel here. And then also, yeah, before I forget, let's buy a spaceport in the main city. Then we'll move Reina out of here immediately. Okay, 2 privateers for the electricity boost. And now electricity is finished. Buying a coal power plant in here to finish refining. Plastics is boosted from getting the oil well since we just finished refining. Honestly, I was gonna start chopping, but I'm gonna hard work Oxford for now. We'll use Isidore when the time comes. So I'll save gold. I guess we could buy bombers right here to help for walls when steel happens. Yeah, all of that was in one turn, by the way. I just surpassed so many techs and leapfrogged my way through the tech tree because of the combination of Total War and Raid together. It's honestly bananas. I'll be honest, I forgot I was working Terracotta Army. That'll be nice for some promotions, like my light cavalry getting depredation, but I just completely forgot I was building it. My urbanization is done, and let me see. This should be computers once I get the pillages down. Right here? Can be computers? Nope, not yet. Right there's computers. But because of that, unfortunately, there's nothing else to delay getting steel with, so gotta get steel. It's a good thing I started buying trebuchets in all of my cities, because if we didn't, we would have a tough time here. I remembered I could finally pop this Great Admiral. It creates an ironclad, which finishes steel. All right, now it's time to see if we can deal with these urban defenses. Buy this oil power plant here to boost advanced ballistics. That's a lot of flip cities. That's 8 cities flipped. All right, let's see what we can do with these big pillages. Imagine if we had Total War for this. That's okay. I mean, I do have. All right, there's advanced ballistics done. Natural history done. All right, there's combustion. All right, there's plastics done. And now there's also mobilization. So let's create 3 armies to boost combined arms. Relevy Auckland here. Kind of need them for that city. All right, we have 1 artillery over here, so let's get a drone so I can. Well, 1, I need to boost lasers, but also I need to be able to hit both cities. I swap off combined arms. Synthetic materials coming up next to be boosted, so let's go ahead and do that. If there's one thing I learned from previous games, it's to use these builders that I've been buying in spaceport cities to place down solar panels, windmills, renewables, so that way those cities are continuously powered when chopping out the terrestrial laser stations in my spaceport cities. We don't want those cities to be underpowered because that means your light years per turn don't go. All right, I'm just gonna hard boost through synthetic materials. We might as well, because some of these I don't want to wait for the boosts, so. There it is. All right, second drone for the boosts to become a big laser. I am gonna buy Isidore. I'm waiting, but I'm buying Isidore for Oxford. I plan on getting it around turn 89 to 90. Like I said, to hopefully finish those non-boostable techs at the end, or the ones that you have to boost through spies. There's take capture. Oh, I see. Yeah, okay. Well, there's another great library perk at least. That's combined arms boosted, so we don't have to get the... Okay, yeah. We move on to the medieval era. Wow, we are zooming. Okay, yeah, those cities that I just lost the builder at, they desperately need some help. Those military, those infantry are just destroying me. So let's buy an aircraft carrier. We'll move those bombers to that aircraft carrier and move them to the other cities, since I already have artillery on this continent. So that should be able to help. All right, there's mass media. This is post-production bows. Here's a great example of why these runs have been taking so long. This is a sped up version of all the tile repairing, unit moving, governor moving, just so much stuff you have to do every single turn, and this is sped up. So this is how long it takes, and this is how sped up it is. It's a lot of time. We pass on this great scientist. Ooh, another one gets taken immediately, and that gives us the nuclear fission boost. We're getting some nice boosts here. This is great. All right, can we make peace, Yongla? Yes, we can. Okay, thank God. Let's just forget about what happened, okay? Everything's fine. All right, this pillage here finishes composites. And now it's time. 2 spaceports down, one in that Moksha city and one in the Reina city. And they are immediately moved to different spaceport cities. And with Magnus established in here, it's time to chop out the Earth satellite. Turn 86. The Earth satellite is done. What a world.
Natural history.
All right, let's buy a couple of sewers here. These sewers are so I can boost democracy. It really doesn't matter what tier 3 government we take. Communism would be the best technically, but it's just faster to take democracy in this instance. So we go that route. And wow, what a real life comparison. Let's pass on this great scientist again. I don't know if we'll be able to get a boost in time. That's quite a bit of scientist points, but it is what it is. We chop, and there goes the moon landing. That finishes ideology. We don't get a big boost because I literally only have 40 science per turn, and what the moon landing does is it provides a one-time boost of culture equal to 10 times the amount of science per turn, and so I'm only getting like 400-ish culture right there. So, but hey, I got ideology from it. I'm not going to complain. All right, more pillages means nuclear fission is completed.
If you go on with this nuclear arm,
And then democracy boost finished from buying the sewers. I can't believe I get to say I'm a big laser at turn 87. This is just absolutely bananas. Democracy is finished. It's established. And because of that, now I can finally chop out the Royal Society. More pillages gets me guidance systems. Okay, Royal Society is chopped and finished. And I can finally make peace with Greece again. 2 turns later, I mean, that's really lucky timing for finishing the Royal Society because I used that builder charge to finish launching the Mars colony on turn 89. And since this city has no more chops, I'm going to move Magnus into the other spaceport that only has woods so I can launch the exoplanet expedition from there. Well, actually, no, that's a lie. I'm moving Magnus into my main chop city for Lagrange laser stations. But you get the point. I misspoke. Okay, it happens. Okay, Cold War is finished. Robotics is also done. And, I mean, since I have Oxford in a few turns, let's just see what random techs I get, you know? Okay, nuclear fusion and telecommunications. All right, let's try another one. I'm going to quick save here and see if I get any other combinations, if I get any, because sometimes when you move units, you get different ones. So let's see what we get. Okay, I don't have the wherewithal to continue. I've tried this a bunch of times. We're just getting nuclear fusion and telecommunications, or nuclear fusion and predictive systems, which I don't necessarily. I mean, I need it, but we'll take the win with nuclear fusion. Okay. All right, there's some big pillages to get seasteads.
I must go down.
And on turn 91, that gives me advanced AI. Some big pillages here on turn 93 to finish smart materials, as well as rapid deployment and advanced power cells. Turn 93, let's start the exoplanet expedition. I'm just going to hard chop out of the city without Magnus. I should, if my math is correct, have enough chops to complete it alongside a builder, like the Royal Society builder charges. So we should be able to finish it by next turn. Or, sorry, 2 turns from now. If I was smarter, I would have gotten more builders down here, but it is what it is. One of the scarier things about this challenge is you can see a couple of these cities. Once you get closer to the end of the game, your golden ages will compete hard with their dark and normal ages, and some cities will take 4 to 5 turns to flip instead of the normal 2 to 3. And this one is just not flipping at all anymore, so it is. Sometimes you can get a little unlucky like we are here. Turn 95. There's cybernetics. That's a lot of pillages that just happened. And 1 turn later, my final chop allows me to launch the exoplanet expedition. I have 3 turns to complete the space race and somehow make the expedition move 50 light years per turn. Now, I know you might be worried, but I'm not. So just sit back, relax, and watch this drive.
Now watch this drive.
All right, in the same turn too. Off-world mission completed from pillages. Let's go. All right, we're gonna set up every spaceport aside from the Magnus one with the terrestrial laser stations, and we'll chop all of them out. And then let's chop out each Lagrange laser station one by one in the Magnus city. There's 1 laser. We are now moving at 2 light years per turn. Chop. That's 2 lasers down, moving at 3 light years per turn. Terrestrial laser stations, 4 light years. 5 light years per turn. 6 light years. 7 light years. And another terrestrial for 8 light years per turn. And we're gonna like I said, we're going. And you might be going, why do I keep pillaging when I'm just chopping the lasers down? And one, as you can see, I need predictive systems for the offshore, or for the windmills. And we'll probably get to around turn 98 and buy 1 more spaceport, and I'll have to chop those out as well. So we still need to get some gold and faith so we can buy a couple extra builders and be able to buy tiles and build renewables. So still got to keep up with that, even though we're chopping all the lasers right now. All right, another terrestrial laser station. That's 9 per turn. And then the final Lagrange laser station, that is 10 light years per turn now. Maybe we'll be able to get 1 more, but I'm not sure. All of these extra builders now are going to start building, like I said, renewables in all of the cities that need them. Some of them aren't powered, and they need to be powered in order to advance the light years per turn. So we have to, especially these 2 cities right here, we have to start building renewables in all of these. 11 light years per turn. Okay, like I said, I was going to try and wait for a Lagrange laser station, but we just don't have enough aluminum accumulation per turn, so let's just get more terrestrial lasers. Okay, more terrestrial lasers. 12. 13. Okay, let's get it. Yep, a couple more pillages, all that jazz flute. A couple more chops. That brings us to 14 light years per turn. All right, like I said, let's buy that final spaceport in the Moksha City in the Tundra. Let's get out a couple chops here. There's 15 light years per turn. Do I have renewables and everything? I think that I do. And then after chopping everything, the turn rollover, we are currently moving at 16 light years per turn. Am I? Yes. Okay, perfect. Oh my God, I counted right. I'm not an idiot. I swear I'm not an idiot. All right, and the most important part, I've moved 36 light years per turn already. And since the turn rollover will give me 16 light years per turn on the next one, as long as all of my cities are powered, that puts me at 52 light years per turn. That means the rollover gives me the win in the Hall of Fame at turn 99. It's been a while since I played, I'm not sure, but this is it. I'm actually doing it after hours and hours and hours of failure. Am I actually gonna do it? There's no way. Come on. Oh, let's fucking go. Oh my God. Oh my God. This took so long. Turn 99. Oh my God. I'm so... Jesus Christ. I am the greatest Civ player of all time. Okay, I'm really not. There are a lot of other players who have done faster sub 100s without all the save scumming and shenanigans, and you can actually find them on the Civ Fanatics forum. I'll post the link right here. I have to admit, this was incredibly difficult. An incredibly difficult challenge to complete. I was constantly forgetting to do stupid simple things like moving governors to different cities, swapping techs, boosting techs too much, you know, swapping the tiles that I'm supposed to, not repairing, forgetting to levy, things like that. And just, I kept not realizing that I was doing that until it was way too late in the run and I just couldn't remember which turn I had to do it. So I just had to start all over. It just honestly made me hate life. Like, honestly, this was probably, I don't know, seeing that turn 99 was the most satisfying thing I've done in Civ 6, I think, even more than the All Wonders challenge, and what a fantastic way to come back to uploading on this channel. If you enjoyed this video, consider subscribing to the channel, and if you liked watching this video, go watch this one instead, or after. It's a fairly similar video in difficulty and style, so thank you all for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye. Bye now.